What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible journey of how I was able to buy and pay off my first rental property in just 1 year at the ripe young age of just 24. It was 2018 and my wife and I had just tied the knot. We were comfortably residing in our one-bedroom apartment in upstate New York. Since we had paid off cars and had zero debt, we felt the time had come to embark on the adventure of buying our very first home. However, we weren't looking for just any type of home, not yet at least. After some contemplation, we decided that it was best for us to invest in a rental property. Keep in mind, we were still relatively early in our young careers. So our budget wasn't allowing us to buy the most expensive rental property out there. Armed with determination and grit, we managed to save a substantial $20,000 in cold, hard cash. And we enthusiastically began our house hunting journey. One by one, we looked at houses in our price range. Eventually, we stumbled upon a small duplex, a charming two-family home that admittedly required a fair share of tender, loving care. The purchase price for this fixer-upper, a whopping $90,000. I know, guys, I know. $90,000 in upstate New York in 2018, that can't be right. Well, believe it or not, prices back then were considerably lower than compared to now, especially for properties that needed renovation. As first-time homebuyers, we were completely clueless about the process. Our knowledge base, it mostly derived from binge-watching HGTV shows. Despite our limited experience, homeownership motivated us to think, why pay rent every single month when we could essentially live rent-free if we purchase a rental property of our own? So we took the plunge and acquired our very first rental property for $90,000. After factoring closing costs, our first mortgage amount was $75,000, set for a 15-year, 4.5% interest rate, which is extremely reasonable, especially compared to today, where interest rates are hovering around 7 to 8%. Moving into our humble new abode came with a silver lining. The second floor was already occupied by tenants. This meant that as soon as I stepped foot on the property on the first of the month, I collected rent. We found ourselves in a very advantageous situation. We were collecting $800 per month, and our mortgage was about $1,200 per month when you factor in taxes and insurance. After deducting the rental income, all we needed to do was chip in an additional $400, and that covered the entirety of the mortgage. However, as fantastic as that scenario may be, we knew we wanted to yearn for more. We wanted to have no payments at all. So we sat down, meticulously went through our budget, and identified areas where we could cut back. The first casualty in the pursuit of paying off our home was the vacation fund. After our honeymoon trip to Italy, my wife and I had decided that the best thing to do was to hold off vacations until we paid off our home. Sure, that might sound extreme, but it's what we wanted at the time. So it felt like a justified sacrifice. Dining out became a rarity. The only time we ate fast food like Wendy's was when these rice and beans hit the microwave. Shopping sprees, we went from name brand to no brand on clothes and shoes. Apple Watch, more like Fitbit. You know, the knockoff brand that starts with a PH? You get the point. We essentially tightened the belt on our budget on all fronts. Our disciplined approach allowed us to allocate an additional $5,000 per month to throw at the mortgage. This significantly propelled us to be able to pay off our mortgage in just 1 year. In just 1 year, we triumphantly paid off the house. So then we thought, what's next? And so, like the avid HGTV enthusiasts we were at the time, we embarked on a DIY renovation. Replacing floors, remodeling the bathroom, and adding some extra TLC that we've done along the way increased the property's value tremendously. Then, when everything was paid off and renovated, we knew that the time had come. It was time to transition into our next chapter, buying our very first single-family home. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm Mike McLean, and in the next video, we're gonna get into purchasing my first single-family home and paying it off with cash in just 1 year. Trust me, you won't wanna miss this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.